Well, the results are in for our September 28th through October pick a card reading. You are to select card group number 1, card group number 2, or card group number 3. When you make your selections, if you comment your card selections below, whether you are seeing this on Instagram or my Facebook page or on YouTube, when you comment your card selections below by Monday, September 29th, you are automatically entered to win our September giveaway. And this is the last chance for you to enter our September giveaway. Those of you who have commented every single week thus far, that means your name is in the hat to win more than once. So every time that you every week that you comment, your name goes in the hat an additional time. So I do have a quick opening message. If you would like to skip ahead to whichever card group you have selected, you can check the timestamp down below. But I highly encourage that you listen to this opening message or that you come to it after you watch your card selections down if you skip ahead. So today, the first of this week is September 28th, and we are experiencing a new moon in the sign of Libra. Now, I just recorded a video called Everybody's a Libra, including you, which is part of my Seasonal Alchemy series, and that is actually already available on YouTube, so make sure that you watch that. Because if you've been watching me any length of time, you know what I always say is that you are so much more than your sun sign. So whether you are a Libra or not, the sign of Libra is somewhere in your birth chart. And right now we are experiencing a new moon in the sign of Libra. The sun is in the sign of Libra. Venus is in Libra. Mercury is in Libra, I believe already. And Mars will soon be entering into the sign of Libra this week. And so that is 5 placements that are in the sign of Libra. So no matter what sign we are as individuals, the lessons that Libra has for all of us, are being taught right now. So we need to know what those are. So I have linked down below that Everybody's a Libra, including you video. And you want to make sure that you watch that because I actually go through each sign. So for example, if you're an Aries, I tell you what Aries should be focusing on during Libra season. If you are a Taurus, I talk about what Taurus should be focusing on this Libra season. So I go through all signs from A to P, Aries to Pisces, and talk about how this Libra energy is impacting each and every one of us. All right. So, but just real briefly, with us being in the sign of Libra right now, or the sun being in Libra, and all of these other planets being in Libra, including Venus, which is the ruling planet of Libra, we are all being encouraged to focus in on really that love energy. Venus in Libra is very much about love and partnerships and your one-to-one partnerships. So it could be your romantic partnerships. It could be a business partnership. It could be your one-to-one relationship with your children. How do you as an individual show up in your partnerships? And if you go back, we are focusing this week on what we most need to know, do, and be aware of in order to elevate to our next level and to seize opportunities of love, partnerships, and abundance. The planet Venus in the sign of Libra is all about abundance and wealth and joy and love and prosperity and enjoying life. And so that is what we're focusing on. And with us experiencing a new moon in the sign of Libra, new moons typically indicate a time of setting new intentions, new desires, new goals. It's like the beginning of a new cycle, really. It's the beginning of a new cycle. And so with us experiencing this new moon in the sign of Libra, over the next few months and weeks, and actually going into the next few months all the way into the next year, whatever intentions we are setting right now for love, abundance, opportunities of love, abundance, and partnerships, and elevating to our next level, we'll begin to see that play out in our lives. And so this week we are looking at what we most need to know and do in order to be able to really elevate to our next level and to enjoy partnerships and love on another level. Because a lot of times we think that our it's all about our partnerships, it's all about just having these relationships, or it's about making that money and then we'll be happy. It's about finding that love and then we'll be happy. But you have to show up in your partnerships. You have to show up to seize the opportunities of abundance and wealth and prosperity that are always available to us all. But if you don't show up for them, or if you don't even recognize them, then you'll miss them. All right. So that is the focus of this particular reading. I'm not going to go into any more details in this opening message, because I really want you to watch my video, Everybody's a Libra, including you, so that you'll actually know what all of this Libra energy is all about and how it impacts us no matter what sign we are. I mean, it's really no point in me going into that detail here when I just filmed an entire video about it. So that link is below. So I have a couple of very quick announcements. If this is your first time watching, welcome. If you have been here before, welcome back. I'm just so happy to have you all here so very much. If you click the link below in my description box below, you can book a personal reading. These pick a card readings are very general and open to everyone. So you are not the only one who selected card group number 1 or number 2 or number 3. But if you want a more personalized reading just for you, then I highly encourage that you click the link down in my description box below and book a personal reading. You can get the Magic of Me intuitive natal chart reading, and that reading is all about knowing all of the signs in your natal chart, so that you go beyond just your sun sign. You actually go into all of the planets, your moon, your rising sign, your Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, all of the planets. And where they were at the time of your birth, and what does that mean for your purpose, and knowing who you are, and your love life and your money life, and all of those sorts of things. And so if you want that, then I highly encourage that you click the link below and get the Magic of Me intuitive natal chart reading. If you the Magic of Me is kind of a huge endeavor. So if you want just a smaller version of that, then get the mini edition of the Magic of Me, where I focus only on your sun, moon, and rising sign. I also have the general question reading. So if you just have a general question about something going on in your life and you want some clarity on that, it's just something dealing with your personal life, then select the general question reading. And that reading is designed to help give you some answers and clarity on different aspects of your life that you may have a question about. At that same link, you can also order my book, The Magic of Self-Love, which is a guide to using self-love as a magical tool to transform your life. So The Magic of Self-Love is available now on Amazon, and the link below. You can also leave a donation at that link. When you click there and scroll down, you will be able to access Cash App and PayPal to leave a love offering. No donation is too small or too big. It's all about the law of reciprocity and showing your appreciation for this work here. And then also down below is the link, it should be down there, about an event that I'm soon doing in collaboration with Copper Vibrations. And we are doing an event called the Full Moon Sip and Learn in October. So we will, it's a live event, an in-person event. And we will be doing, we will learn about astrology, but we'll also be focusing on the rituals that are involved in order to remove roadblocks from your life, so that you can welcome in the changes and the transformation and the love and all the goodness that you want to welcome into your life. And so that's going to be an awesome event, because we'll have, it includes some nice refreshments. That's why it's called Sip and Learn, y'all. And a guided ritual in order to welcome in the changes that you want into your life, as well as we'll have some manifestation oils available and some other products available as well. So if you are interested in that, there's very limited seating, so make sure that you go ahead and get your tickets. Those that link is down below, and that will be held on October 12th. All right, so that is it for my announcements. If you have selected card group number 1, your reading is up next. All right, greetings to those of you who selected card group number 1. I'm going to quickly go over the announcements just in case you skipped ahead and you missed what I said at the beginning. Make sure that if you want to be in the running to win our September giveaway, this is the last week to get your name in the hat for September, that you comment your card selections by Monday, September 29th in order to automatically be entered to win. If you click the links below to get The Magic of Self-Love, my book, The Magic of Self-Love, to book a personal reading and to leave a love offering and a donation. And also make sure that you click the link below for an upcoming event that I have in collaboration with Copper Vibrations called the Full Moon Sip and Learn. So it's all about learning more about astrology, but we'll also be doing some rituals to remove roadblocks and obstacles on your path so that you can welcome in the goodness and the sweetness that you desire for your life. All right, so this week we are focusing in on what we most need to know, do, and be aware of in order to elevate to our next level and to welcome in or season all opportunities for love, partnerships, and abundance. In the link below, there's also, in the description box below, there's also a link for the video I just did called Everybody's a Libra, Including You, because we're in Libra season right now. And so Libra is teaching us all lessons right now. And one of the main lessons of Libra is about love and partnerships, and who you are in your partnerships, and not just love partnerships, but business partnerships, any type of one-to-one relationship, one-to-one partnerships. And so to learn more about that energy, I think you should watch that video also because it will help you in getting deeper insight into your reading. Today we are experiencing, on September 28th, we are experiencing a new moon in the sign of Libra. So it is a time to set new intentions, particularly in regards to things that are connected to Libra energy, which is partnerships, love, and, money and prosperity and things of that nature. So you want to make sure that you watch that video as well. So at the top of your card group, you have a rhodonite. I believe is how you say this. It's a raw rhodonite. It has not been polished. So it's in its raw form. When you see it polished, it's very pinkish, reddish color, very beautiful stone. It's beautiful raw and polished. But it deals with helping to overcome heartbreak and betrayal, and healing the heart chakra, healing matters of the heart, but also encouraging you to walk in self-love and healing and elevating in self-love so that you can, I always say, who you are is who you show is what shows up in your partnerships. And so if you're walking in strong self-love and all, then that is who you are in your partnerships. You're not looking to get your value from your partner, whether it's a romantic partner, a business partner, whatever. You know your value and you know your worth and you know who you are, and that's who you show up as in your partnership. So it's all about healing the heart chakra, healing any betrayal, emotional heartbreak, so that you can elevate, in your self-love. And so, what I always say, if you want to know more about this particular stone, rhodonite, Google rhodonite. All right. So this top card is from a goddess energy deck. Some of the goddesses I'm familiar with, some I am still learning about. So I will read the message that comes with this card. Again, we're looking at what you most need to know, do, or be aware of in order to elevate to your next level and to seize opportunities of love, partnerships, and abundance. And so even though this is a goddess energy deck, whether you're a man or a woman, however you identify, this card, the message will speak to you on this level. All right. So let's see which goddess you receive. Wow. Okay. I believe her name is pronounced Arian Rod, and she deals with time. Being in perfect timing. Right now I'm just speaking what I'm sensing from this card. I will still read the message from this card. And I encourage you, as I always say, I didn't say it in this video just yet, but that we are co-collaborators in your reading. And so, it's very important that you also allow yourself to feel whatever energy this card is speaking to you, or this goddess is speaking to you. But Aryan Rod deals with time, divine timing, being in perfect timing. I always say, if you're still living and breathing, there's always time to heal. What does your stone talk about here? Healing that heart chakra, overcoming betrayal, overcoming heartbreak, so that you can really step powerfully in self-love. But time, this Libra energy that we're experiencing right now is about, us entering into a time where opportunities to love, opportunities to heal, opportunities to bring our lives into balance, whether balance within ourselves or balancing as far as partnerships with others. We are in the time for that right now. So let's see what this goddess has to say. Let's see what her message says. Now, as I read, I will read the empowerment message, which is the general wisdom that this goddess has for you. And then I will read the alignment message, which is what you need to know in case you get out of alignment with the message that she has, okay? So the empowerment message says, right now, you have all the time in the world to reach the fullest potential of your intentions and desires. Aryan Rod, the Celtic goddess of time, is your ally, and she will ensure your timing is perfect. The hours will expand to gift you with the space you need to complete anything that you started. Today, recognize that no matter what is in front of you, time is your friend. Consider that everything you intend and desire also has its own relationship to time, and all will come to you in the perfect form and in the perfect moment. Patience, dedication, and quiet anticipation are delicate yet potent allies now. Aryan Rod is your champion and your timing is perfect. Wow. Wow. So again, you remember, we're talking about what you most need to know and do and be aware of in order to elevate to your next level and to seize opportunities for love, partnerships, and abundance. And this is the perfect time. Don't drag your feet. Don't delay on whatever it is that will elevate you, because you need to elevate to the level of the abundance, wealth, prosperity, and love that you are seeking for your life. Now is the perfect time to do that. And so the alignment message, just in case you find yourself out of alignment or out of sync with the message of this card, says, do you worry there is not enough time or that you might be running out of it? Do you feel that you are too late, too stressed, or too overwhelmed to get where you need to go? This attitude is fueled by fear, which has a strange and unusual power to contract time. Aryan Rod, the goddess of time, has an alignment task for you. Breathe deeply and trust the process. Know that even if you are temporarily struggling, you will always have enough time to choose how you experience your reality. You can always course correct. Consider the truth. Struggles, disappointments, or seeming delays are all a part of the experience of life on life's terms. Yet Aryan Rod says this too shall pass. When cool heads prevail and faith steers your course, treasure is never far away. Call on the goddess Aryan Rod when you begin to feel overwhelmed, and she will remind you of these truths. Wow. So those of you who selected card group number 1, if you are feeling overwhelmed right now, or overwhelmed sometime this week, or overwhelmed because you just don't feel like you're getting to where you want to get to fast enough, or overwhelmed because you are wanting things that you just feel aren't coming fast enough, know that there's always enough time. And it's not about rushing. It's not about pushing. It's not about making things happen. It's about, again, elevating to your next level so that you are ready for those opportunities, to seize those opportunities. Because one thing I know is that when you're rushing, when you're overwhelmed, you actually overlook the very opportunities that you say that you want. So if you're saying that you want new love, if you're saying that you want to heal from heartbreak. If you're saying that you want to welcome in, new opportunities to earn more money, you want to start a new business, you want a new business partnership, whatever it is. I don't know what you're personally going through, but if you're saying that you're wanting these things and you're so frustrated because you don't have them, or you're frustrated because you feel like you wasted a lot of time, and you feel like, man, if I could get those years back or all that time back, don't feel overwhelmed about the time that you feel you may have quote unquote wasted. That time was not wasted. That time was about learning the lessons that you needed to learn about yourself. What's important is not the amount of time that you so-called wasted on, relationships, or money that was wasted in the past, whatever. It's not about that. It's about knowing that if you can pull from the lessons that came from those situations, then the time was not wasted, and you will elevate very quickly into your next level, into the goodness that you desire for your life. There's always time. As long as you don't overwhelm yourself. You waste the most time when you're frustrated and overwhelmed and irritated or feeling like there isn't enough time. That's when you actually that's when time is not on your side. But time is always on your side when you know who you are, and when you learn the lessons of the past, and you allow yourself to heal, and you make yourself available to the opportunities that are always around for love, prosperity, and abundance. All right. So let's go into your next card. So the card here on the bottom is your general wisdom and guidance, perhaps where you are now, what you, just your general wisdom and guidance. And the card that crosses it lets you know what can help that or what can hinder that energy there. Okay. So, wow, you receive the Ace of Pentacles and Death. The Ace of Pentacles and Death. Wow, this is powerful. Let me just sit with this for a minute. The Ace of Pentacles and Death. This is really good. Yeah. So the Ace of Pentacles, whenever this card appears, I know that opportunities for abundance, opportunities for elevation, opportunities for growth are coming or are already here, right? So whenever we see the pentacles, people, automatically assume that it's just money. But it's anything, it really speaks to anything in the physical world, any physical resources. So it could be money, it could be land, it could be, meeting the right people who have the right network that, can open the doors for you to go into your next financial level, your next career level, your next business level. It's all about having those opportunities kind of handed to you. If you see this, the hands are like the divine just coming out of the cosmos, and crafting and fashioning this new pentacle, this new opportunity for you. So it's like opportunities of abundance flowing to you, opportunities of wealth, opportunities of increased resources, or resources that you were not previously aware of or privy to. It's also resources, like what I just said, that you weren't privy to, that you could not have consciously orchestrated on your own. You ever have a good opportunity just kind of flow to you, kind of flow in your hands, and you could have worked for it, you could have slaved away for it and never have gotten this opportunity, but yet, here it comes. It's like it's just handed to you. Many of you need to be open to the opportunities that are flowing to you at this time. Many of you maybe have been closed off, or maybe even very skeptical about what was possible or what can happen. And it's because maybe you have experienced a lot of disappointment in the past. Maybe a lot of hurt in the past, where deals with in terms of love, or even in your career or business opportunities. And so this Ace of Pentacles is like an opportunity coming to you, and will you see it? Will you see it? Or will you be skeptical? Will you say, nothing good happens to me, no good opportunities can flow to me? Or here we go again, I would highly encourage you this week, September 28th September 28th through October 5th. And on September 28th, again, we are experiencing a new moon. So this is the time for you to set your intentions. Some of you actually need to, not become so complacent and just kind of wait for stuff to happen for you. Even though, yes, this is a Ace of Pentacles, so it is something that is just flowing to you, but it's your job to get in alignment with that, with the things that you say that you want. So if you're saying that you want new love, new opportunities, new career, new wealth, new income or whatever, and then you just sit there and you don't allow yourself to rise to that level of the person who can receive that, then you'll miss this opportunity, because this is a divine opportunity coming to you. This isn't something you can orchestrate or force. This is something like kind of like an aha moment, like there's an opportunity. Oh, here's an opportunity, but you have to be able to see that. The only way to see opportunities for love is for you to be in a loving space. The only way for you to see opportunities for financial prosperity is for you to be in a financial prosperous state of mind. So many of you have to begin to elevate yourselves to the level of the thing that you're wishing to receive, because it's coming to you, or it's already here. But if you can't see it, then you'll miss it. And so this death card here, I love the death card. A lot of times people get afraid about it because, death. But the death card oftentimes signals the end of something so that something new can come. And I'm feeling that for many of you, it's the end of your cynical attitude. It's the end of you wallowing in defeat, or wallowing in woe is me, or why nothing good happens for me, or why is this not working out, and frustration, or the death of still being hurt over matters of the heart, right? It's the death of that. It's the ending of that. And actually, it's the depth of that empowers you to see the opportunities that are coming to you. That is how this card is helping this card. In this particular deck, the death card is represented by an ancestor. This is in traditional African cultures. The ancestors a lot of times have their faces covered in this way. They're dressed in this way. And so it's like your ancestors, or, some higher wisdom, someone of a higher wisdom. However you define that. I mean, it could be God for you. It could be your angels. It could be however, only you know how you define that for you. But guiding you, giving you wisdom. So this is the opportunity. This is the week for you to really listen to spirit. Listen to your intuition, listen to that small, still voice inside to tell you, especially because this is the death card, when it's telling you to let go of something, to let go of old attitudes, to let go of old fears, to let go of old betrayals. Stop telling the story over and over again of how that person did you wrong, how they hurt you, or how that, your former job did you wrong, or whatever. All of that was the lessons of life. All of that was to prepare you. So are you going to allow yourself to wallow in the former disappointments in life, or are you going to allow those situations to teach you the lessons that you need to know so that you can elevate, so that you can receive these opportunities that are flowing to you this week? Hopefully you all are watching this on or around September 28th, but if not, we are experiencing a new moon in the sign of Libra. This is a time to set new intentions on, your love energy. New intentions on how you show up in your partnerships. New intentions on how you bring balance and harmony into your own life. New intentions on the decisions that you make, because Libra rules decisions. When Libra within us is out of balance, we become indecisive. But when it's balanced, we are very clear on both sides, and we can make a clear decision. Some of you is the perfect timing to start making clear decisions on the opportunities that you will allow in your life. Some of you have to begin to make those conscious declarations out loud and affirmations that you are receiving, that you're open to all of the good opportunities that are available to you. Instead of just repeating, those negative affirmations and repeating your frustrations, this is the time to really repeat in your mind and in your words and in your meditations that you are ready for love, that you are ready for opportunities, that you are ready for abundance, that you're bringing, death to anything, and not a little death. Don't go around, you know what I'm saying? But, where you are allowing those cycles of, cynicism. I don't know why the cynicism and cynical keeps coming to my mind, but some of you are just so cynical, like y'all don't even believe anymore that good can flow to you. And this is saying that it can, but you have to rise to that level. You have to rise to the level of the good that you are saying that you want. So you have to bring death to the cynicism, death to the overly critical, death to the, that low energy of, nothing good is going to happen, whatever, and not believing that good can happen. Because if you stay in that place, you won't see the opportunities that are flowing to you. So be open to new opportunities that are promising of love and abundance and prosperity. And it's not about them promising it to you and you just sitting complacent and just expecting your partner or expecting this new love or expecting this new job to do all the work for you. It's about you rising to that level, because Libra season is all about partnerships. You have to give what you desire and you have to expect what you want as well. Because when you elevate to a level of love, then you can expect love in return. And then you can make the decision to cut off or bring death to any situations that are not loving to you. So it's not about being weak and just complacent and just hoping somebody loves you and hoping these opportunities flow to you and everything. Even if when they flow to you, you have to be ready for them. Because if you're not a match for them, they might flow to you, but you either won't recognize them or they won't stay with you for long. All right. So rise to the level of love that you are desiring and expecting for your life. And so the wisdom card that you received is called Unfinished Symphony. So let's see what that says. 1 second. Unfinished Symphony. Unfinished business, an incomplete lesson, lack of closure, the need to make amends. This is a time to tie up loose ends as you near the completion of a cycle or project and mastery of a lesson or skill. Before you can move forward, it's important that you come to terms with where you are now. Practical, radical acceptance. Take inventory so that emotional and psychological closure can occur and the answers you seek will be found. You can't move forward if you are leaving things unfinished. Reflect on what has passed so that the symphony can finally end on a high note. Wow, that really speaks to these other cards that you received. And what did I say? Some of you need to actually bring death, bring closure, allow certain things to end. Stop telling that same sad story. Stop wallowing in the same old heartbreak. Stop staying in the same place of stagnation and frustration. You need to bring death to those things in order to allow the new opportunities that are flowing to you. It's hard to accept a new love when you're still talking about your old love and you're still mad about how that person broke your heart. It's hard to step into a new business opportunity if you're still thinking about how your previous business failed. It's hard to even believe in career advancement if you're thinking about how you didn't get the last promotion. In order for you to advance forward, you have to finish the symphony. You have to make amends with the past. You have to bring closure to those things in order to welcome in the new opportunities that are certainly flowing to you. So many of you have some amazing opportunities that are flowing to you, but if you're still stuck in the past, and thinking that you don't have any more time, or that your prime time has ended and now is no more time, those opportunities aren't flowing to you anymore, then you're going to block the blessings that actually are trying to flow to you. All right. So this week, set new intentions. Be intent on rising to the next level that you are desiring for your life. Elevate yourself. Elevate your own love energy. Elevate your own prosperous mind state and mindset so that you can welcome in the new opportunities that are flowing to you. Allow the past to quietly, just rest, and to put the past to rest. So that you can welcome in the new opportunities of love, partnerships, and abundance that are certainly flowing to you now. All right. So that is your wisdom for the week of September 28th. through October 5th. Make sure if you're watching this on or before September 29th and you want to be in the running to win our September giveaway, that you comment your card selections below. Click the links below to book a personal reading, get the magic of self-love, get tickets to my upcoming event, the Sip and Learn, Full Moon Sip and Learn, and to leave a donation. So until we speak again, I am wishing you all so much peace and love. Thanks. Well, greetings. Hello there. For those of you who selected card group number 2, I'm going to quickly go over the announcements just in case you skipped ahead and you missed my announcements at the beginning. Make sure you click the link below, and for my video, everybody's a Libra, including you, because we are currently in Libra season and we have about 5 planets that are in or about to be in the sign of Libra. So you know what I always say, no matter what sign you are, no matter when your birthday is, when the sun is in a particular sign, that is the lesson that we are all learning. And so right now, the sun is in the sign of Libra. So we are all challenged to learn about Libra energy. And so watch that video, Everybody's a Libra, including you, because that will give you deeper insight into the things that I will say here. Also, make sure you click the link below to get my book, The Magic of Self-Love, to book a personal reading, and to leave a love offering or a donation, which is always greatly appreciated. And down below is a link to get tickets to my upcoming event, the Full Moon Sip and Learn, which I'm doing in collaboration with Copper Vibration. So make sure that you get that as well. All right, so this week, September 28th through October 5th. Also, if you're watching this on or before Monday, September 29th, and you want to be in the running to win our September giveaway, make sure that you comment your card selection down below. And thanks to everyone who has already done so on Instagram and Facebook. So this week, September 28th through October 5th, on the 28th, we are experiencing a new moon in the sign of Libra. And so we are focusing in on what we most need to know, do, and be aware of in order to elevate to our next level and to seize and welcome in all opportunities for love, partnerships, and abundance. On the top of your card deck, you receive or you have a green calcite. This is such a very beautiful stone. Green calcite is a stone of abundance. It works with the heart chakra. So it definitely deals with matters of the heart and healing matters of the heart, but welcoming in opportunities for abundance, bringing in abundance to your home, prosperity, wealth, and abundance to your home and into your life. It is about helping you to communicate also on the levels of love, and to communicate on the levels of abundance and prosperity. And so since this week, Libra is all about, those opportunities for partnerships and love and wealth and abundance. Green calcite is a great stone to have at this time. And so there's so much more that can be said about green calcite. So you know what I always tell y'all to do? Go to Google and look up green calcite to learn more about this stone. All right, so the card on the top of your deck here is from a goddess energy deck. Some of the goddesses I am familiar with, some I am still learning about. So I will give my own two cents about it, about what that goddess has to say, but I will also read the information that comes with this card. And so the goddess that you received, wow, she showed up a couple of weeks ago. It's Yuki Onna. Yuki Onna, the goddess of stillness. Wow. Some of you really, this Libra season, one of the things, attributes about Libra season, whether you're a Libra or not, Libra teaches us how to make decisions, how to make choices. And it's so hard to do that if your mind is all over the place. I want this, but I want that. I want this person, I want that person. I want to be in this relationship, but I think I want to be in this relationship. Oh, I want to move to this city, but no, I want to stay in my hometown. Well, no, I want to live in an apartment, but I kind of do want a house. Some of you who selected card group number 2 may be all over the place as far as your decisions. And the goddess Yuki Onna deals with stillness, being still in your mind and in your emotions, so that you can really pull from your inner self what you truly want and what you truly desire for your life, and so that you're also not pulled here and there by everyone else as well. because Libra season does deal with partnerships. And so sometimes we think we want something, but it's really our partner that wants it, or we think we want to go in a certain direction, but it's really our business partner that wants to go, so it's all about getting still and being clear on who you are and what you want and desire for your life. And so let me read what this goddess has to say. And, whether you are a man or a woman, it doesn't matter. The goddesses speak to us all from that feminine energy space. And the message is it's really about the message. So let's hear what this what Yuki Onna has to say. I will read the empowerment message. And so it's the empowerment message is how what this goddess is empowering you to know. And then I will read the alignment message, which helps you to know what to do in case you get out of alignment with the message and the lessons and the wisdom that she has for you. Okay? So listen up. Here we go with the empowerment message. The Japanese goddess of winter, Yuki Onna, calls you to a practice of daily meditation and stillness to prepare you for greater productivity and results. Being open and receptive, slowing down, and allowing for time to dream activates your partnership with the universe so you can truly set your intentions in motion. Then, almost without effort, you discover their vibrational match in the world of form. Just as the life force quietly builds within a seed buried under snow, so too will the energy build in the seed of your desires before manifesting with no effort on your part. You will find how easy it is to co-create while implementing a practice of stillness and receptivity. Let others make the first move at this time as you assess and observe the world around you from the profound position of stillness and neutrality. In this way, the world becomes more intimate, yet you know to take nothing personally. When the goddess Yuki Onna comes to support you, be still. This calls in the miracles. The action now is non-action. Wow, so you are really co-creating with the universe. And, Libra season is all about partnerships. And how you show up in those partnerships. And so you are partnering with the universe, with God, with your ancestors, with the Most High, with your higher self, however you define that, because I understand I'm speaking to a lot of people right now. So, I've said a lot, but take whatever applies to you, but you are co-creating with that energy. And so your job is to really set the intention. September 28th, we experience a new moon in the sign of Libra, which is about setting new intentions. It's about the beginning of a new cycle, particularly a cycle dealing with love, partnerships, abundance, prosperity, and beauty and things of that nature because it's in the sign of Libra. So your job is to set your new intentions about what you really want in your life as it relates to partnerships, love, abundance, and prosperity. And then allowing your higher self, God, your ancestors, the universe, to help you in creating that. So it's not about, forcing it to happen. It's about getting still. And then the power comes in your stillness. There's supreme power in stillness because you are, when somebody gets quiet, have you ever even seen somebody mad, when they're upset? And, they're going off. But then when they really, really get pissed off, and I ain't telling y'all to get pissed off. I'm just saying, I'm using this as an example. When they really, really get pissed off and they get quiet, that means they've become resolute in their mind about how they're going to deal with you, how they're going to function, how they, what their next step is. Even when somebody's very, very happy and joyous, when they get really, really quiet, they're resolved in their happiness and their joy because their mind is clear. So you are to get clear and get quiet and to get still. And the only way to do that is through your prayers and meditation and, allowing your mind to just resolve on something instead of being all over the place and to get still on it. Because the Most High, the universe, your ancestors, whatever, always trying to work with you to bring your manifestations into being. But every time you get settled on something, you change your mind. You're going here and there, And Libra season, yes, is about being indecisive on its lower energy, but on its highest energy is about being decisive. Only way to get decisive is to get still. and to get quiet. And so the alignment message, just in case you get out of alignment with stillness, says some days you wake up frozen, stuck, and unable to move due to the effects of emotional denial and resistance to what is in front of you. Or maybe you are exhausted, spent from the emotional burden of your current situation. The winter goddess Yuki Onna has come to help you move out of and past this experience into a healthier state of stillness. When you are frozen, it's the ego that is refusing to accept life on life's terms, potentially causing you fear and depression. A particular situation or person may be causing you to see yourself as a victim. The goddess Yuki Onna reminds you that this is but a temporary moment in the millions of moments of your life. The task she has for you is to answer one question. Will you trust the great goddess in the universe to be your active partner in co-creating? If so, slow down and let all your troubles go, and you will see the miracles life has to offer you. Wow. Boom. Ain't no point me going any further. So I will stop there because Yuki Onna has spoken. All right, so these cards here, the one on your bottom, on the bottom here, is your general energy wisdom. It could be your current state of being or what is currently happening. And what is crossing it will let you know what can help this energy or hinder that energy. All right. So, you receive the Two of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. Wow. The Two of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. Oh, I'm loving this. This is interesting. Wow, let me sit with this for a minute. The Two of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. The Two of Pentacles, whenever I see this card, I know that it's dealing with bringing things into balance and harmony, which is so much in line with this Libra energy. Libra, if you ever look up the symbol for Libra, it's the scales, so it's one, scales, two scales, one to weigh and measure things, so they're dealing with the energy of two, the energy of balance, the energy of bringing things into harmony. And when I look at this card, I see the symbol, the snake here being the symbol of infinity, and the, also the energy of balance. It's constant movement. We're constantly, moving into balance. It's a constant dance to balance our lives. It's a constant dance to balance our emotional selves with our mental selves, to balance our financial desires, with our emotional desires, to balance our financial desires with our desires for fulfillment, because sometimes we may be doing things to get money that may not be emotionally fulfilling to us, but if you can earn money and be happy in how you're earning it, man, that's like supreme balance right there. You know what I mean? To do what you love and to make a considerable income, and doing that is so amazing. With this being the Pentacles, it deals with money and resources, financial resources, but also material resources. This is a good time for you to get balance, to bring balance to your to all of your resources in your life. And it's almost like I'm seeing some of you is beyond just what you're working to earn, but it's about doing what you love in a way that supports you, that not only supports you financially, but supports you emotionally. Sometimes we get so caught up in the juggle of life and juggling our careers and juggling, the things that we have to do on our to-do list in order to just keep our heads above water, but when the Two of Pentacles is balanced, it's about doing what is necessary, but also doing what you love. Doing what is necessary. It is down to earth energy. The Pentacles are down to earth. So it is about, doing what is necessary in this physical world in order to survive, in order to thrive though, but also bringing balance and harmony into that. Some of you may be so caught up or, looking at how You may feel like, gosh, every time I earn money, it leaves. Every time, every time I get money, it goes away. But, money, is often referred to as currency. It has to flow. There has to be a flow. It has to be a balance. Some of you may be even afraid to let go of money because you're afraid that it may not come back to you. So you're always doing this little dance within yourself on, on what you can let go of, and Yuki Onna spoke about releasing those fears, releasing even the fear of victimhood. So that to me, that also means releasing the fear of not being enough, not having enough, not doing enough. Some of you maybe are working way too hard and experiencing the return on your work is not reflective of the amount of work that you're putting out. And so you're thinking that you have to work harder. But it's not about working harder, as the saying goes, it's about working smarter. So you have to get still about what you're exactly wanting in your life. You have to get still, like Yuki Onna was saying, and in your stillness, understanding that there is a divine flow that is constantly taking place. People who are able to release money in a loving way and in a balanced way aren't afraid to do so because they know it will flow back to them. But if you're paying your bills in fear, if you are afraid, like even, okay, I ain't trying to, I'm only saying this because this is what I'm feeling. I'm not saying it because this is what I'm trying to pressure any of you to do. So only give from your heart. But I made an announcement at the beginning of this video and at the beginning of your segment about leaving a love offering, leaving a donation, right? Because one thing I know is that there's so much, all of us watch YouTube a lot, all of us, go online and we pull a lot of energy from other people. We pull a lot of wisdom and guidance from other people. But how often do we give back to those people who have poured into us, And so, when I make the call to leave a donation, it's not because I'm wanting your money. It's because I'm wanting you to understand that there is that law of reciprocity of giving, of flowing. When you can give from a space of fearlessness, that's when money flows back to you fearlessly and abundantly. And you don't have to give here. You can give to anyone who has poured wisdom into your life, who has given to you in any kind of way. You'll be surprised what just giving $5 to somebody will do, $20 to somebody will do. Recently someone gave something to me I was not expecting. It was actually a family member. And so I was like, I told this person, you don't even have to do that. Like, I'm just, I'm here for you because I love you. You know what I mean? Like, you don't ever have to pay me for anything. And this person let me know I don't have to pay you for anything. I'm just giving to you because it's on my heart to give. And so I had to be open to receiving that because that's one of my own, this reading isn't about me, but that was one of my own resolutions this year, is to be open to receiving good when it flows to me and stop being like, oh, you don't have to give, just be open to receiving. And so some of you, this energy here is telling you, you have to be open to receiving and giving. It's a flow. Some of you may be having challenges in receiving. When somebody wants to give you an opportunity or give you resources or give you a book or give you a new article of clothing or, give you a cup of coffee or give you $5 or give you a meal. Some of you have been so resistant to that. And it's like this card is saying, what I'm feeling is that you have to be open to that flow of giving and receiving. And then the flip side of that, some of you have been so resistant to giving. You're just holding tightly to that $10. Can't let it go because you're afraid, you're thinking about how hard you work for that $10. And so, but there is so much abundance waiting for you when you get into the flow, of giving and receiving, because it's about mastering that flow. That's the point I'm trying to make. It's about mastering that flow of giving and receiving. So if you're just waiting for somebody to give to you, or you're just resistant to being the one to giving, then you're not in the flow. But when you master the flow of giving and receiving, you can give fearlessly and you can receive fearlessly. You're getting in the flow. You're speaking to the universe. You're saying, hey, I'm in the flow of giving and receiving. So I know that when I release my money, when I release my skills, when I release my gifts, when I release those clothes that are in my closet that I'm afraid to give away, whatever, when I just release it, I know that tenfold is coming back to me. And when I receive the good that people are giving to me with an open heart, then I am telling the universe that I am open to receiving more opportunities for love and abundance and wealth and prosperity. So this is all about, stepping away from the juggling mentality, because the lower energy of the Two of Pentacles is all about juggling and trying to, and barely keeping your head above water, because you got so much on your to-do list, and once you check one thing off, here comes another thing. Once you pay one bill, here comes another bill. So if you're in the energy of trying to juggle life and struggling with balancing life and just keeping your head above water, then you're on the lower end of the Two of Pentacles. But the higher end of the Two of Pentacles is getting in the flow of giving and receiving, getting in that flow, keeping your life in balance, going to work, even if it's a job that you don't currently like that much, going to work with passion and love and gratitude and thankfulness for that paycheck, because that's when the new opportunities for more income and more ways to receive income from a loving space flow to you, which speaks to this Page of Wands energy. The Page of Wands is straight passion. All of the pages are kind of a young, youthful energy. So it's about, doing what you love just because you love it. You may not understand everything about it. You may not, have all of the wisdom about it. But the Page of Wands is about, hearing new messages or of love, or being open to new opportunities of love and prosperity, and just going for it. The Page of Wands reminds me of that feeling of why not? Hell, you know what I mean? I don't know everything that's going to occur. I don't know, all of what's flowing to me. I don't have all of the details just yet, but I'm open to it. This is the Page of Wands is a passionate energy. The Page of Wands is sampling all of the opportunities that are flowing to you. And if you don't like it, then you don't have to stick with it. But it's about being passionate about life, passionate about the opportunities that are flowing to you, passionate about elevating to your next level. It's a joyous energy. It's a gusto kind of energy. It's a going for it kind of energy. And so with it crossing the Two of Pentacles, it's like it's saying, okay, give with passion and receive with passion. Don't get stuck in the lower energy of Two of Pentacles, which is about just, being stuck or trying to balance life, just, everything in life, just trying to just balance it and just trying to just stay alive. No, the Page of Wands is saying, add passion to your balancing in life. Go to work with passion, and come home with passion. You know what I mean? Remember the joy in life. Buy something, utilize your resources to buy something that brings you joy, brings you excitement, it entices you in some kind of way. The Page of Wands is saying, don't forget the Page of Wands is saying that in your balancing of life and going to work and paying the bills and doing the routine of life, don't forget to enjoy life. Don't forget to enjoy, bring your own passion to life. That's how you unlock the door to more opportunities of wealth and prosperity and love and partnerships, because the Two of Pentacles also deals with partnerships. It's two. It's not just you, it's you and the universe, you and a lover, you and so it's about that giving and receiving and having passion and joy and vitality and motivation and drive in the process of giving and receiving. Get out of the humdrum of life and just doing things. When people say same shit, different day, get out of that mentality. You know what I mean? Even if you're doing the same thing every day, do it with passion, do it with gusto, do it with love. Don't forget to be excited about life. Bring your excitement, bring your own excitement to life, and understand that when you give with joy and excitement, and fearlessness, then it flows back to you in that way. All right. So let's see what your wisdom card says. Wow. Treasure Island. Wow. Look at that tortoise on there. with he's got a treasure chest on his back filled with gold. I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but you received Treasure Island. So let's see what Treasure Island has to say, what wisdom there is for you. Wow. Treasure Island, the law of attraction bringing dreams into fruition, the results of positive thinking made manifest, abundance appearing as if from nowhere, financial gains, and the sharing of good fortune. You've worked hard and acted upon your unwavering belief in abundance, and suddenly, in the midst of it all, you hit the jackpot. You have uncovered the map to buried treasure and tapped the unlimited potential within you. What you must hone now is your ability to recognize when X marks the spot. Because some of these golden opportunities may be obvious, but others may not be so readily apparent. Trust your intuition to light your way now as you enter this truly prosperous phase, where all the long, hard work navigating your inner life is now paying off externally. In all aspects of your life at this time, you have good fortune. Don't forget to enjoy it and share it with others, as treasure shared multiplies like magic. Wow, treasure shared multiplies like magic. And what did I say? This Two of Pentacles is it really a lot of times deals with partnership, new business partnerships. Or your partner may be just spirit and, your ancestors or the Most High. Your partner, may be your co-workers or whatever. Or just the duality of giving and receiving. There's always this dual aspect to things. And so, just understand, that there may be certain opportunities like Treasure Island said, there may be opportunities that are obvious and some which are not obvious. That's why you have to go about life right now like the Page of Wands. You have to be, the Page of Wands is a fearless energy. This little kid here, this little guy here, that Page of Wands energy basically is, that person that will try anything at least once to see if it will work. You know what I mean? So there's certain, you may have some treasure that's flowing to you that's obvious, but you may have some treasure that's flowing to you through opportunities you're not even aware of. So if you don't take chances, if you don't go, for it ambitiously and just try new things, then you'll never know what treasure lies ahead for you. And that's probably why I was even talking about the whole giving and receiving thing. Some of you holding on so tightly to your resources because you're afraid it won't come back to you. But the Page of Wands, he ain't scared of nothing. He'll try anything once. He'll give that $10 one time and just see, what opportunities flow back to him. You know what I mean? It may not flow back to him exactly as another $10 bill, but it'll flow back in the form of opportunity. It'll flow in the form of new awareness or being told of an opportunity that everybody isn't aware of. You get what I'm saying? So some of you have to come out of your stuckness of doing things how they've always been done and just try something new, because this is a prosperous time for you. You have to rise to the level of the ambitions and desires that you have for your life. You remember this week is all about elevating to your next level and seizing opportunities for love, partnerships, and abundance. So this is the perfect time for you to get still about what you desire, but then to move forward with passion and gusto, and to bring passion into your everyday life. All right. So that is the wisdom that I have for you this week of September 28th through October 5th. Make sure if you're watching this on or before September 29th that you comment your card selections below so that you can be in the running to win our September giveaway. Hey, that might be the opportunity you need to take advantage of. Because you could be the winner next week when I announce who the winner is. So anyway, that's all that I have for you all. Make sure you click the links below to get access to all of my good stuff that I have available at this time. And until we speak again, I am wishing you all so much peace and love. All right, greetings. So those of you who selected card group number 3, here is your reading. I will quickly go over the announcements at the beginning just in case you were one of the ones who skipped ahead. At the beginning, I announced that I have my new video, Everybody's a Libra, including you, available now. That should be in the description box below, the link to that, because we are entered into Libra season and we have about 4 to 5 planets that will be going through Libra right now. And so whether you are a sun sign Libra or not, Libra is teaching us all lessons. So you want to make sure you watch Everybody's a Libra, including you, because that will also help give you further clarity and insight on this particular reading. Make sure you click the link below to get my book, The Magic of Self-Love, to book a personal reading, and to also leave a love offering, also known as a donation, if this video has benefited you in any kind of way. No donation is too small or too big. And also, I have an upcoming event coming soon in collaboration with Copper Vibrations. We're doing what's called the Full Moon Sip and Learn, which is all about using the full moon energy as far as removing certain roadblocks and obstacles, as well as bringing in the desires that we all have for our lives. And so if you want tickets to that event, it's coming up in October. Make sure you click the link for that as well. If you're watching this video on or before September 29th, Monday, September 29th, make sure that you comment your card selections below, either on Instagram or here on Facebook or YouTube or Instagram, in order to automatically be entered to win our September giveaway. This is the last time to get your name in the hat for the September giveaway. The winner of that giveaway will be announced during next week's Pick a Card. All right, so the stone that you received at the top of your cards is a rose quartz. Rose quartz is like the queen of the heart chakra healing stones. It promotes emotional healing, emotional wellness, self-love. It helps you to be receptive to receiving love from others. It brings peace and calm and just a loving energy and a balancing energy. This is actually one of the stones that is connected to the sign of Libra. So this is perfect for this timing. Again, whether you are a Libra or not, we are all experiencing the Libra energy right now. And even this reading is all about what you most need to know, do, and be aware of in order to elevate to your next level and to be receptive to the opportunities of love, partnerships, and abundance. And so rose quartz will help you with that. And so, like I always say, if you want to know more about rose quartz, you know what to do. Google rose quartz. All right, so the card on top here is from a goddess energy deck. Some of the goddesses I'm familiar with, some I am still learning about. So I will give my own 2 cents on whatever goddess energy you receive here, but I will also read the message that comes with this card. Whether you are a man or a woman, this energy is not about, being a man or a woman. This feminine energy of the goddesses is for us all. It's really about the message that this goddess has. And so let's see which goddess you received. Wow. I don't think she has appeared in any of our readings. I want to say her name is pronounced Benzai Zen. Please forgive me if I'm not pronouncing that correctly, but she deals with beauty. If you see there at the bottom, she is one of the goddesses of beauty. And what's so interesting with us being in Libra season and Libra being ruled by the planet Venus. Venus is the planet of beauty, of abundance, of love, of attraction. So to get this particular goddess at this time is kind of, auspicious. It's very on point for this moment that we're experiencing right now. And so let's see what this goddess has to say to you all. 1 second. I will read 2 messages from this goddess. The first one is the empowerment message, just to show you how you can be empowered through this, through her message and through her energy. And then I will read the alignment message, which gives you wisdom on what you need to do in case you find yourself out of alignment with her energy. All right. So the empowerment message says, you are at your most lovely when you are being yourself. The Japanese goddess of beauty, Benzai Ten, reminds you that knowing, accepting, and honoring yourself as a spiritual being in a physical body requires self-care. Now is the time to support yourself by surrounding yourself with beauty and choosing to see its power in every aspect of your life. If you can commit to doing that, you will be amazed at how much more beauty arises to greet you. Open your eyes to the wonder everywhere. Even in the most unexpected places, beauty waits to be discovered. Consider this before you turn away from a person, place, or thing. Beauty is everywhere. It's your time to find it. And the Goddess Benzai 10 will help you. It's so interesting that Libra season really is about, or the Libra energy really is about finding beauty everywhere. And I talk about this in my video, Everybody's a Libra, including you, because, Libra being ruled by the planet Venus, yes, is about beauty and passion and even sexual energy and being, making yourself physically beautiful, like your hair, your skin, your makeup, how you dress or whatever. But when Venus is in Libra, which we're in right now, the Libra energy finds beauty in not just in the physical body, but just in the world in general. Finding beauty in other people, finding beauty in ideas, finding beauty in nature. So often we just walk by beautiful things and don't even acknowledge them. And yet we say, oh, I want to have all these beautiful experiences in my life. Well, how can you attract those beautiful experiences into your life if you're ignoring all of the beauty that surrounds you every single day? So take time to see the beauty in other people. Like, just even if you're meeting somebody for the first time, instead of thinking about what you don't like about them or being quick to judge in any kind of way, immediately find something about them that you find beautiful. Because again, this reading is all about attracting that love and those partnerships and those opportunities for abundance into your life. And if you're constantly overlooking the beauty around you, and perhaps because it doesn't come in the form that you think it should, then you could be blocking your own blessings. All right. So you want to be aware of all of the good that is around you and just take note. Just make a habit. It's like I feel some of you need to make a habit of just, even as you're driving down the street, to notice a beautiful house, notice some beautiful flowers, notice somebody else who's dressed well. Just take the time to notice beauty everywhere. Even if you're in the grocery store, you can be in Walmart, you know what I mean? And just take time to notice even the smallest beautiful thing that's in the store, or how the stores are, how the shelves are stocked. I mean, just the simplest thing, and having gratitude for that. All right. So the alignment message says, your ability to see beauty in your world is dimmed by a momentary lapse in self-worth. Excuse me. The Goddess of Beauty asks you whether you've been set back by a visit of perfectionism or others have withheld their support, causing you to feel small and insignificant. Whatever the circumstances, it appears that you have been hijacked by a sense of lack. Your alignment task is to restore your self-worth and regain your equilibrium by refusing to engage in these mind games designed to dim your light. Now's the time for a positive self-inventory. The Goddess Benzai 10 is here to remind you that you are a bright, shiny, beautiful being of divine power and light. You are more than enough, and the world contains more than enough beauty for you. This is a good place to dust off and start again. Wow. So the alignment message really deals with self-worth and self-love and self-care, which is one of the, how even rose quartz can assist you. Because if you don't see the beauty in yourself, it's hard for you to see the beauty in the world around you. And if you don't see the beauty in yourself and you don't self-care and take care and appreciate and honor your physical, your emotional, your mental, your spiritual self, then you won't even feel that you're worthy of the good that you are saying that you want for your life. All right. So, tap into this energy here. If you want to know more about this goddess, because all of the goddesses have their own stories, their own mythology, if you will. So make sure that you Google this particular goddess, Benzai 10, if you want to know more about her and to go deeper into her story. All right. So this rose quartz is jumping, y'all. And I just got this one. Sorry for dropping you. But yeah, I'm really feeling this energy. Anyway, so The cards that you received here, the one on the bottom is your general energy, maybe where you are right now, just your general wisdom. And then what crosses it is what helps you to know what could hinder this energy or what could hurt that energy. Okay, so, woo! The Five of Wands and the Three of Swords. This is kind of unexpected, but I see where this is going. The Five of Wands and the Three of Swords. This week, we are looking at what you most need to know, do, and be aware of in order to elevate to your next level and to be ready to seize opportunities, new opportunities for love, partnerships, and abundance. When I see the Five of Wands, I know that there is some sort of drama or contention or tension or maybe even egotism, involved here. If you find yourself, some of you may be, saying that you want love, but you may just be such in an argumentative space. Some of you may be saying you want new opportunities and you want to welcome in love, you want to welcome in abundance, you want to welcome in prosperity and joy and sweetness of life, but your whole attitude is everything but that. Some of you may be wanting so much more and professing that you want so much more, but you're caught up in disappointments or caught up in what hasn't gone well, what hasn't gone right, frustrations, and feeling like you got combativeness. That's the word I'm looking for, being combative. It's like if you ever been this person, or if you ever seen this person that says, I want a new relationship, I want a new man in my life, and I want a new woman in my life, whatever. But at the same time, they're saying, men ain't nothing but dogs, women ain't nothing but dogs. It's like you're contradicting yourself. And it's that contradiction that keeps you from having the very thing that you want. Or saying, I want money, I want abundance, I want these opportunities, I want to start this new business, I want whatever, but then at the same time saying, people don't support my business, or my coworker is so, blocking me from my promotions. So it's almost like wanting something and contradicting it. And this is why it's so important to also watch the video, Everybody's a Libra, including you, because when the Libra energy that is within all of us is out of balance, we become very indecisive. We can become combative because we're not holding strong on one end or another. We're actually allowing the disappointments in the past, the disappointments in life, to block us from the blessings that we say that we want. And then this Five of Wands energy is like you're actively blocking it from happening. Like you're actively saying words that contradict the things that you say that you want. You're actively thinking thoughts that contradict the things that you say that you want. You're actively behaving in a way that is blocking the things that you say that you want. Or maybe this is someone in your life that is kind of baiting you into this kind of behavior. So it may not even be what you want, but like if you have somebody in your life who always makes you feel like you've got to be competitive, always makes you feel like, they just rub you the wrong way, and you never fail to meet them on their low level. So then what happens is you're allowing that other person or that situation or that circumstance to block you from the love that you're worthy of having. And with it being crossed by the Three of Swords, the Three of Swords really speaks to heartbreak. It really speaks to becoming aware of something that just pierces your heart and soul and leaves a mark on you, kind of like you we all have those moments in life that were either so disappointing, so heartbreaking, so challenging, or so traumatic that it's like we never forget it. And some people can heal from those things. They can heal, like this rose quartz energy talks about, can heal from that. And even though they don't forget what happened, they take the lessons of what happened and move forward in love. But this energy here is speaking more of having these challenges in life, having these traumatic experiences in life, and not being able to overcome them, and almost like your heart has become hard. It's one thing to have challenges or heartbreak or disappointments in life, but still be open to opportunities of love, and still believe that love is possible, still believe that good partnerships are possible, still believe that prosperity and abundance are possible. But these two cards here speak to that fear that comes from feeling like you may experience that disappointment again. And so because of that fear, you become very defensive. You put on that whole what's I'm looking for, like that bravado, like, ain't nobody gonna hurt me again, ain't nobody gonna disappoint me again, ain't nobody gonna steal my money again, ain't nobody gonna, so then you become so combative that you block your blessings. So instead of just setting up healthy parameters to, and raising your self-love and your self-worth so that you can welcome in new love on a new level, you stay on the same low stuck level, and you're just so determined to not be hurt again. There's a difference between the person, let's just say, who has experienced heartbreak and says, okay, I've experienced, this type of betrayal, this type of heartbreak, but, I'm healing from that, and I still believe that true love exists. So I'm going to heal myself. I'm going to, remind myself of my own self-worth so that I can set up healthy boundaries to welcome in a healthy new relationship and partnership. It's a difference between that person and the person that says, yeah, I was hurt in the past, and so, anybody that comes to me ever again, I'm going to come to them with my swords, with my wands. Ain't nobody going to hurt me again. And so you're stuck in that energy of combating people that you think might hurt you again, but it's that same very behavior that's blocking new love and new opportunities and new wealth from flowing into your life. So the message here is to heal. The message here is to, like Benzai Tim was saying, to be able to see the beauty in life, even in the simple things. Because sometimes when we've gone through challenges, we don't see nothing good in the world. You know what I mean? We can walk by the most beautiful field of wildflowers, or we can see a beautiful sunset and not even recognize it, because we're so caught up in our anger, our frustration, our who's getting on our nerves, our heartbreak and our pain, that the world is surrounding us with beauty that we can't even see. So I am highly encouraging you all who selected card group number 3 to take some time this week to notice every beautiful thing that you see. And take a moment. I don't care if it's a flower. I don't care if it's somebody who smiled at you. I don't care if it's a sunset. I don't care if it's, just the beauty of this card. You know what I mean? Whatever. Make it your daily ritual to find beauty in every aspect of your life, and even in other people. Because see, when we enter into this type of energy here with heartache and pain, like we start looking at everybody with a critical eye. We start judging people, and we put up these invisible barriers of judgment, judgmentalism, and cynicism and resistance. You know what I mean? Hold on one second. I just gotta let's see. My battery act like it wants to go low on y'all. Hold on one second. All right, so we're back. So sometimes we can allow the past to keep us in this place where we can't even see the good in other people, and so we start, and people can feel that vibe. People can feel that energy when you just hating on them for no reason, or you're judging them for no reason. And a lot of that can come, for some of you, may come from how you're feeling about yourself. Maybe your self-worth, your self-love is not where it needs to be, or it can come from past experiences that were hurtful to your heart. And so you just don't want to become that person that's just a hater, and I don't even think haters are born. I think haters are made, you know what I mean, through the challenges and disappointments in life. And we just become cynical, and we just become so hurt on deep levels that we block the good that's available to us. So I'm challenging you all. I'm gonna step, like what Benzai 10 said, I'm gonna step into that energy and challenge you all to find beauty in, everywhere. This week on September 28th, we are experiencing a new moon in the sign of Libra, in the sign of beauty and abundance and attraction and, and love. And so with it being a new moon, this is a time to set new intentions to heal, new intentions to love yourself, new intentions to create rituals in your day-to-day life that are loving, that are appreciative, new rituals of making sure that you see the beauty in the world around you and the beauty in the people around you. Set your intentions to change from a combative state or being pulled into a combative state by people around you, and to change, coming from a space of heartache and go into a space of beauty. Because one thing I know is that there's never a limitation of beauty. There's never a limitation of abundance. There's never a limitation in, wealth and prosperity and good partnerships and love. Every time you think you can't love again, your heart heals just enough to remind you that love is still possible, but love begins with yourself. And so if you are critical of yourself, like overly critical and not loving yourself and not even caring for yourself, because self-care is a demonstration of self-love. Everybody can say that they love themselves, but you prove that through self-care, by how you care for yourself, how you appreciate yourself, how you love on yourself. So, stepping into that higher level of self-love then is what helps to soften your heart so that you can welcome in love, wealth, and prosperity and abundance. Because you can't get the type of love and prosperity and abundance through being combative, by trying to compete with everybody. There's nobody to compete with but yourself. There's no, your only competition is to be a better you today than you were yesterday. That's it. And don't let the world see the thing about this 5 of Wands energy. It can fool you into thinking that you're more powerful than what you are. That bravado, that ain't nobody gonna hurt me no more. I ain't taking no more. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get them before they get me, or I'm gonna stand strong and all this other kind of stuff. It's a false sense of strength. That's not real strength. What it's doing is using your highest fear of being hurt to block even the good from flowing into your life. Use self-love to create healthy boundaries, to create healthy self-love. Use the energy of Benzai 10 to then begin to appreciate those around you, you know what I mean? And to elevate yourself to a level of beauty, to remove that feeling of contention or combativeness that comes from heartache, past pain or trauma, because the love that you say that you want, the prosperity that you say that you want for your life, the goodness that you say that you want is possible, but it begins with you. It doesn't begin with other people. It begins with you. All right. So let's see what wisdom card you all received this week. Wow. Soulmates. Wow. Some of y'all have said, I don't need nobody, right? I can do it all on my own. Because last time I had somebody, they hurt me. Last time I trusted in somebody, they hurt me. Last time I tried to take this opportunity or had this partnership or, try to move forward in abundance and prosperity, I was burned. I was hurt. But no person is an island. No one heals alone. No one loves alone. We all work in partnership. So let's see what Soulmates has to say. Harmonious partnerships, love, friendship, companionship, a relationship fostering personal growth. You are meant to evolve and transform with the companionship of others. Certain people enter into your life in order to take you to the next level of healing, consciousness, and authenticity. It is always reciprocal. It is always a reciprocal experience, although the results for each of you will vary. You know these people by the strong pull drawing you toward them, and sometimes by a strong aversion to them initially too. Soulmates can be friends for life or remain in your life for only a short time. No matter what, you will be changed in ways you can't possibly fathom now. Pay attention to these people today. They are your greatest gifts. And I'm going to also read the relationship message, which says, consider love in the deepest sense. Love so powerful that you will never be the same, regardless of how long your relationship lasts. Consider friendships and romantic bonds so compelling that they overwhelm you with gratitude or break you open so you will finally claim who you were meant to be. Even a companion animal reminds you that it is you who is being rescued and healed. Pay attention, for you are in the presence of a soulmate come to guide you home to the real you. Wow. So soulmates, that is so powerful. A true soulmate. And again, a soulmate can be just a genuine friend. It can be a companion of some sort that can be in your life for a moment because they just touch your soul in this moment, or they can be there for life. But a true soulmate is one who also helps you to heal. Look at all these hearts. Just, this penguin is snuggling under that one, and all the hearts are just falling, and that penguin has a key to the heart, to that person's heart. And it's like the energy that I'm feeling is that once you step into gratitude, once you find the beauty in the world around you and the beauty in yourself, and remind yourself of your healthy self-love, self-worth, and self-care, then you get over the heartbreak and the combativeness and the contention. You break down the walls that are surrounding your heart to allow a soulmate in, to allow someone to love on you. I mean, it could really just be a good friend. Some of you are just blocking even your friends from just showing you genuine love because you're so heartbroken or disappointed in life. And soulmates are saying love is still available to you. Love is still available to you. So it's time to elevate in your own self-love and your own self-worth, and get out of arguments and contention, and get away from those walls that perhaps you built up around your heart, for fear of being heartbroken. Because when you truly step into self-love, you can't be heartbroken because you're always nurturing your own heart, your own soul. You're always doing self-care to love on yourself. And so you welcome in, that energy welcomes in the soulmate who will love you in return, who will support you in return. Libra energy is all about balance, right? It's all about balancing energy. So your partnerships, especially, any type of partnership really is actually a mirror back on yourself. The type of partnerships you allow in your life reveals to you how you feel about yourself. And there are people or there's someone who out there who wants to love on you, who sees your own beauty, but maybe they can't approach you because you got your walls up. You know what I mean? So once you begin to see the beauty in yourself and the beauty in the world around you, you can welcome in the love and the soulmates and the soul opportunities and the soul financial opportunities and business partnerships and romance and friendship into your life that you are so yearning for and deserving of. All right. So that is your wisdom for this week of September 28th through October 5th. Make sure that you click, if you're watching this by Monday, September 29th, that you comment your card selections below so that you can be in the running to win our September giveaway. That winner will be announced next week. So until we speak again, I am wishing you all so much peace and love. Thanks for watching. All right, y'all. So thanks for watching our pick a card for the week of September 28th through October 5th. Make sure you click the link below in order to book your own personal reading, to get the magic of self-love, and to leave a love offering if this reading has benefited you in any kind of way. Make sure that you also click below to watch my video, Everybody's a Libra, including you, which will help you get deeper insight into the reading you received today. And also to get tickets to my upcoming event with Copper Vibrations called the Full Moon Sip and Learn. And also make sure that you comment your card selections on or before Monday, September 29th, in order to have your name added to the hat to win our September giveaway. The winner will be announced next week during our pick a card reading. All right, so until we speak again, I am wishing you all so much peace and love. Thank you so much for watching.